Hello, and welcome back to another Chris McPherson Show Daily Dose. We are turning our eyes and attention to the cricket today, and we are on the cusp of the second most watched tournament that occurs on the cricket calendar. You might think it's a World Cup, you might think it's the Ashes, but indeed it's the Asian Cup. The 2025 edition of the Asian Cup will see a huge clash between 8 of the best teams in Asia going head-to-head in the T20 format. They'll play in two pools. The top two teams from those pools will then go through to the Super Fours, and the winner of that will then head through to the final in Dubai. It all gets underway in the early hours of our Wednesday morning here in Australia. You'll be able to watch it all on KO. It's all there for the subscribers, able to tune in and catch every game live through the KO platform. We're going to see some wonderful cricket. We're going to see the emergence of some names, some players that you might not be as familiar with, but we're certainly looking forward to seeing how it shapes. Let's talk about it. Let's take it all apart and let's talk about the two pools. Let's start with Pool A. Now, Pool A, it contains India, Pakistan, the UAE, and Oman. So straight away, we're going to see a huge clash first up when we talk about these matches, and we're really looking forward to seeing how that shapes. India, they are the defending champs. They've won this tournament more times than anyone else. They've got a cast of absolute superstars in their squad and looking forward to seeing what that looks like. When we talk about the Indian squad, we're looking at the likes of Sky, Shubman Gill, their vice captain, Jasprit Bumrah leading the attack. Axar Patel's going to be there. It's a stacked lineup. They will go in as absolute favourites. When we talk about Pakistan, the immeasurable pace. Immeasurable might be a little bit much. Shaheen Afridi. He could be an absolute game changer in his own right. We know that. They've got the likes of batting ability from Babar Azam as well. We'll be looking forward to seeing what he can do. They'll be led by Salman Ali Agha. This team is certainly talented. It's just about, as with every big tournament, can they be consistent? The other teams in the pool, the UAE, they're going to be the home side. They'll be a full-strength squad under Mohammad Wasim. They'll be looking and seeing if they can create an upset against Pakistan to try and break their way into that top four, but they are certainly going to be an outsider. Speaking of outsiders, Oman, an absolute dark horse. It would be quite an achievement if they made it through to the Final Four. They've certainly invested in their team, and they've got talent stemming from Indian heritage and diaspora, most notably Jitin Ramanathan. Keep an eye on these guys. You'll see some moments of brilliance, I think, from Oman, but whether it's enough to actually chalk wins or make an impact on this tournament, I'm not too sure. We then turn our attention to Pool B. This one, for me, is an absolute wildcard opportunity where there's three sides realistically fighting for two berths. Afghanistan, they're going to be led by Rashid Khan and Mujib-ur-Rahman. We know what they deliver, the mystery spin. They're absolutely stars when you get it. You then throw in Gurbaz, Naveen ul-Haq, these sorts of players, and it's again an opportunity for them to possibly even finish top of this pool. We've seen them in these tournaments where they have led, they have starred, and they have gone deep. These big continental and world tournaments are actually where Afghanistan shows their best. Really looking forward to seeing Mohammad Nabi as well, how he can handle the delivery, how he can get that ball on these decks. Their bowling is the key to this for Afghanistan. If they can get some fire from their batting as well all of a sudden they're right in the contest. Moving on, we talk about Sri Lanka. They've got the recovering Wanindu Hasaranga. He's obviously a key player for them. We know what Hasaranga can deliver for the Sri Lankans. They've got spinning depth and options. If their batting again can fire, then we're talking about a team, again, a bit like Afghanistan, who can be right in the mix when it comes to the end of it. I don't know whether they're the side to make the semi-finals or one of the two sides that makes the semi-finals out of this pool. Bangladesh, they're the kind of wild card here. We know, again, at their absolute best, they can mix it with any of the teams in this continental tournament. Really looking forward to seeing how this matches up for Bangladesh. Lytton Das will lead them in, their captain, their wicket keeper. They've actually picked three different wicket keepers in this squad, so it'll be interesting to see whether Das actually keeps. Rishad Hussain will be a key piece for them. Mahidi Hassan Miraz as well. Mustafa Rahman. There's lots of names in here that we know have ability. Whether they can achieve close to their ceiling is going to be a big question. I've got a toss of a coin as whether it's Bangladesh or Sri Lanka that go through. Sri Lanka's batting, if it's consistent and can find the form that we know it can at its ceiling, will take a top spot in this pool for mine. I've got it being as Sri Lanka and Afghanistan going through from this pool, India and Pakistan in the other pool. It should, on the law of averages, be India and Pakistan meeting again in the final a second time, which would be absolutely huge. We know these teams generally only clash in these big tournaments because of the bilateral political difficulties that they have in terms of finding venues, agreeing to play each other, all of the things that go on with that. So make the most of it. These will be huge matches. It'll be absolutely electric to watch the two sides go head to head. Remember seeing them play at the MCG in front of a sellout previously in World Cups here in Australia, and that was massive. The UAE now, they will play host, and it gives a chance for these two teams to go toe-to-toe and absolutely shine. In terms of any lead-up form, and of course the last team in that pool, before I move on, is obviously Hong Kong. Hong Kong have come in playing 2 warm-up games against Oman where they went down. They are very much a dark horse, very much a wild card, very much a team that not a lot of expectation on, so they come in and can just do their absolute best. Babar Hayat, their vice-captain, is probably the man to watch there. He's been one of their most consistent over the years. But again, this is a great chance for Hong Kong cricket to go to that next level and play at a big tournament. Really looking forward to seeing how this one shapes up for them and seeing, could they be the wild card? If they throw an upset in here, that will absolutely throw a cat amongst the pigeons in Pool B. In terms of players to watch, Suryakumar Yadav is certainly the one. He's a T20 dynamo. He's the captain. He's the top order flair that Indian fans will flock to see. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do. Babar Azam for Pakistan is another headline act. He can be so elegant. He can clear the fences. He can do everything in between. Cannot wait to see what he can deliver for Pakistan here. Could he deliver a continental title for his country? Rashid Khan, we talked about before, the mystery spinner. That he's a T20 spin legend. Let's be honest. What he can't do is probably short on the list of what he can do. So much control, and he's just so dangerous. He can bowl at either end. He can bowl in the middle of the innings and just clean up wickets. Looking forward to seeing what he can do here. He's going to be such a key part of his country's charge. Hasaranga, the leg spin threat, getting back, being fit. He's going to be dangerous. Plus, we know he can bat. If he can stay fit, that is going to be the big question for him. Talked about Kuldeep Yadav before as well. Another one for India. Looking forward to seeing his left arm spin. Great track record on Asian decks. He's going to be dangerous and will be looking at a great chance, I think, to be the leading wicket taker across this tournament. We then look at Mohammad Wasim. He will lead the home side here. A lot of interest on the home side, obviously being there on home soil. A great chance for them to continue to build their credentials as well as they look to go to the next level in T20 cricket for the UAE. Wasim's a name to watch as he comes along. Plenty more. You can pick out players, a handful from each team, from the Indian, the Pakistan, the Sri Lankan, the Bangladesh and Afghanistan sides, teams that are full member nations. You can probably pick out half a dozen each. For Hong Kong, Oman and the UAE, there's probably a scattering. But I'm certainly looking forward to seeing the emergence of new talents here, the emergence of players from those smaller nations, I guess you would talk about in terms of the cricketing sense, making a name for themselves and maybe getting themselves onto some T20 calendars in terms of those leagues that are around the world. So we'll keep an eye on those. Big games to watch, you might ask. The opening clash, Afghanistan versus Hong Kong. Afghanistan have got some question marks over their lineup heading into this first game in in Abu Dhabi. Looking forward to seeing how that matches up. Hong Kong, absolute outsiders here, but this is a chance for them, as I said, just to go and throw caution to the wind and be the wild card. Afghanistan need their batting to stand up. Hong Kong could challenge them here if they can post a decent total first and put the pressure on early. India will take on the hosts on day 2. It'll be Dubai. This will be India's campaign opener, and will be a chance to see how the favourites go in and how the hosts come in as well. So really looking forward to that. I think India will come out of the blocks hard and fast. I'll be waiting to see how this clash shapes up. And the big one, the marquee clash in Dubai on the 14th of September. India versus Pakistan. This is going to be absolutely massive. As I said, for me, this should be a precursor to the final, so really looking forward to seeing that. And then the other 2 games in the second pool that I think will go a long way towards determining it. Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, Bangladesh versus Afghanistan. These are the swing games that will likely determine whether or not Bangladesh get amongst it and are in the mix for the Super 4 stage and who will play India and Pakistan in those in those Super 4 games and then potentially in the final. Really looking forward to seeing how it shapes up. Things to remember though, of course, is it's going to be hot in the UAE. Times have been adjusted to suit that. There will be night games. The one to note is the UAE versus Oman, which we played during daytime hours at 4 p.m. start time. Most of the games starting at 6:30 p.m. local or after. We're expecting slow, turning surfaces, skid on expected, especially mid-innings. Look for the likes of the Rashid Khans, the Hasarangas, the Yadavs to cash in. The dew factor could impact as well. We've seen that a lot in tournaments in these areas. It could certainly later in the evening, it could aid chase totals. It's a night show advantage. We've seen chasing being the headline and the highlight. In terms of India, they're chasing their 9th Asian Cup and looking to head towards that T20 World Cup. They will head in as very warm favourites. Pakistan, if their top order can click and their bowlers can follow along, they could be a threat. Again, UAE, Hong Kong, Oman, they're here just to make an impression. Wins aren't the only measure of success. Some individual performances will be key. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will be leaning heavily into those spin units to see how they can progress. Afghanistan, if their trio of spinners, led by Rashid Khan, can fire, they'll be a force and could even be in the mix to win this. Looking forward to seeing how it all builds up. India versus Pakistan's the most mouth-watering of the pool games for me. It all shapes through till the 28th of September, where we'll see the final. There's so many arch rivalries, spin battles, big hitters, and underdogs looking to shine. I can't wait to see it all play out. Certainly going to be great. While we're on the cricket theme, let's talk to South Africa and England. They've just wrapped up their one-day series, about to go into their T20 series. The English will be claiming certainly some positives out of the final game, where they won by 342 runs, but the series was already done and dusted by that point. South Africa won the first game, chasing down 131 in leads, won it by 7 wickets with nearly 30 overs to spare. They got 3 for 137 from 20.5 overs. The English absolutely collapsing there. The second game, plenty of runs on offer. South Africa set 330 for 8 off their 50 overs. England fell 6 runs short of the target of 331, 9 wickets down. That was a really thrilling game. Really enjoyed that one in terms of it. And then, as I said, that final game, the biggest talking points from that middle game, which was probably the most competitive, Matthew Britsky certainly made an impression with 85. When we have a look at the English, a few half centuries, Root, Bethel, and Butler. And then wicket shed around Jofra Archer getting back to bowling, a little expensive, but 4 wickets. Nandre Berger as well, getting 3 wickets. So the out-and-out pace was absolutely starring. And then, as I said, that dead rubber certainly fell in England's favour. 414 for 5 before bowling out South Africa for 72. It's like the South Africans had somewhere to be, very similar to their last game over here in Australia. So well done to the English. Dual hundreds to Root and Bethel. So they're coming into form in the white balls pieces. And again, Archer with another 4 wickets. So that's probably a little bit of a warning. 4 for 18 off 9. He's bowling absolutely electric. So it'll now head into the T20s, which will be the early hours of Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Early hours of Thursday and Saturday, Sunday night Australian time. Again, mouth-watering. Jofra Archer is going to continue on, absolutely starring. Keshav Maharaj will be another one to watch. Looking forward to seeing how it all shapes up. The batting's been the star realistically over these opening games, but the bowling will strike back. The T20 is going to mix it up a little bit. The South Africans, though, they're starting to really come into form in all formats of the game. The English fighting tooth and nail as they have one eye to the World Cup and one eye to the Ashes. Can't wait to see it all. Really looking forward to both the Asia Cup and the continuation of this England versus South Africa series. But until next time, make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel down below. Hit the bell to get those updates and notifications. And of course, you can catch us on all our social media channels. You can find us on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Facebook at The Chris Mack Show. A big thanks again for tuning in, and we look forward to being back with you with another Daily Dose very, very soon.